Hello everyone, welcome to my new series How to Design Text Template in Resolve using Fusion tab. And this is chapter number 3, Introduction to Text Plus Tool. Okay, so let's move into Resolve. So as I already mentioned in chapter number 2, how to create Fusion composition inside Resolve. So I just right click over here and create new composition. Text Plus and create. Now just double click over here to open my composition in Fusion tab. Okay, now to create Text Plus tool, I have to click over here, Text Plus tool. This is shortcut for particular tool, or you just right click over here, add tool, generator and Text Plus. Okay, I just drag tool over here to view outcomes of this particular tool. So to support this Text Plus tool, I create one background tool. I just set gray color, and now this is my foreground, this is my background, and I create merge node. Now I select this Text Plus tool, and the attribute of Text Plus tool appears over here. Now this chapter basically cover mainly the basic property of or basic attribute of Text Plus tool. Now I go over here. So here in attribute of Text Plus tool, they segregate content in multiple tabs. So for example, text tab, layout tab, transform tab, shading tab and many more. So first I'll show text tab. So first style text. So whatever I write over here that reflect on my viewport. So I click over here and I just write Text Plus tool in Fusion tab. Okay, so whatever you write over here that reflect over here. Now this is very basic property of any text tool on any application. So for example, font face, so you can change the face of your font, or even you just click over here, your mouse cursor over here, and you just up arrow key and down arrow key to change the font face. So this is my font face, and here just change your font property like bold, italic and all the stuff, or regular. Here color of your font, so for example I set it to dark red. Okay, this is very basic property like size of your font, tracking, line spacing if you have multiple lines. This is vertical anchor. So if right now my layout is based on this point, so if I click that top alignment, center alignment, bottom alignment, even you can customize your alignment with this property. So here we have vertical justify, but it doesn't affect when my layout is based on this point. So we need some area. So right now it doesn't work. So this is my horizontal anchor, so you can set left alignment, center alignment and right alignment. Even with this also you can customize your alignment. So here horizontal justify, it's same way, it doesn't work properly when your layout is based on this point. Okay, now move on to another property, that is direction. So here you have automatic, so your font always write like left to right and top to bottom. So you can change order from here, for example right to left or top to down. Set to automatic. Line direction, so you can set down to up. Set again automatic. This emphasis, so some basic underline and all the stuff. Here one more good option, that is write on option. So if I change my end point like this or start point, you can see the good thing is that you can animate this property. For example, I set over here, I set my timeline to 0, I click on this icon to activate this property for animation. Just change my timeline to more maybe 60 and I change my value like this, and now if I play the thing, you can see, so things work properly. So I want to remove animation from here, so I just right click over here and remove all from write on group. So that animation remove. Again set vertical and center, vertical anchor and horizontal anchor to center. Now here you have some advanced control, we will talk this property in end of this chapter. So now move on to another tab, that is layout tab. So this layout property is belongs to the area or where my text set on my canvas. So for example right now I have point property. So with this property you can set your text on canvas through this point. Okay, I just reset the thing, 0.5, 0.5. This is my center Z. Even you can change the perspective if you change in this center Z. I reset these things. You can change the size of your layout, you can change the rotation, Y rotation, Z rotation. Even here you get some one more option, that is your background of this particular text or this layout. So for example if I change it to red in alpha to 1, so like this. So right now I am not prefer this, so I just set it to 0 and 1. Now I move on to another layout type, and that is frame. So here I got this frame. Okay, so now if I jump into this text tab and if I set my vertical anchor to top, now see, so this property belongs to layout, bottom, center. Even now this vertical justify work properly. For example if I set like this, okay, or horizontal justify work properly. Even you have activate more option like roll, crawl. Okay, now again move on to layout. This is my frame, so you can change width from here, even in viewport also. Same way this rotation and all the stuff, and same this background work, but I always prefer separate background so I can easily control, or some if you want to do some blending option and all those stuff, so it's work fine with this separate background. So this is my frame type of layout. Now I go to circle. So here you feel one virtual circle on which my text is set. So if I change the width of my text like this, now you see the size is different, but this width is basically the diameter of this particular or say virtual circle on which your text belongs. So here you got some more option like right now adjust spacing to fit. Now if I click like adjust horizontal size to fit, so see it works on the normal of this particular circle. Now if I set adjust size to fit, then the content which is near to my that virtual circle, it little smaller and gradually it increase. And here the best option is this Z. Now the fourth option is path. So when you click on path, you can see your cursor change in this plus sign. So through that you can create one polygon path. So for example, I create like this, okay, and I change like this. Again go to layout, and here you get some more option like according to your layout, that is position on path. Even right now you see that your content is in center of this particular path. So to change the layouting thing, you have to go to text tab, and with this vertical anchor and all the stuff you can set the content properly on your path. So now again go to layout, and you can change like this and all the stuff. Okay, even you can change the path by using or path property by using these tools. So right now I'll show you some simple tool, that is insert and modify. So I just click over here. Now if I select this thing, you can modify the stuff. When you select all vertices of your path and press shift S to smoothen your path, you can click over here to linear your path, smooth, linear. Even you can insert, or even you can animate your path by right clicking over here. So if, for example, if I right click over here and set key, and if I come over here and change some value, change some vertex like this, and now you see So I just right click over here, remove text path. So this is basically the simple layout thing. Right now I just click over here, I set it to point. So at a time you can set only one layout. Now I go to transform property. So basically transform is based on your character, or basically mainly on your text property. So for example here this transform is based on characters. So if I change the thing and even I change some text like in fusion tab, align to center, again go to transform, and in character if I change the spacing, now you can see the spacing between two characters is increased. Now the main thing is rotation. So per character rotation this is okay, and all those stuff like shear, size, and all those stuff work like that. Okay, now I go to word, and now if I change the spacing, it changed the spacing between two words. Now the base thing is that, for example, if I change the character spacing like this, and now I move on to word, and if I change the thing, now you see the spacing that I set over here doesn't change. Okay, so it store each and every value separately. So word, so rotation of this word, same way line, and same option work with this transform. The base thing is that you can set all these values separately with all this category, that character, word, and line. Now I move on to shading. In shading they divide content in multiple elements, and some element has some default values. You can definitely change those values, and some property are not having default values. So for example, this is my element number 1, and short element by priority we will see right now within some the basic thing over here. The name of this particular shading element is white solid fill. So now this is default presets. So here appearance, so text fill, if I change it to text outline, now you see this is basic opacity, blending, that transparent, and all those stuff. Right now I set it to composite. So if you have some that background thing, that will affect over here. The type is solid, so the all contain, so all text contain this color. So if I change from here like dark blue, so this property is also available in text tool. See, so if I change again dark red, and in shading it reflect over here. So basically these are the same property. Now the basic tools over here like you can change the property, color property, and all those stuff. Now here you have the type to fill this text is solid. So if I change it to image, I have to insert one image tool over here. So to insert or to import image over here, I just go to media pool. Here I have one image. I just drag over here. I close my media pool and I select this text plus tool and I just select this media in one and drag it over here. Or whenever I set my type to image, one input is activated over here, so you have to just insert that image tool on this input, and now you see it reflect like this. So I just select this and just go to text tool and I set some bold font like impact, so we can see. I just change my character layout little. So now you see this particular image apply on every text, every character. So now here you have that mapping thing. So particular that image that you insert is mapping label is right now character, so that's why that image apply on each character. So if I change it to word, now that image apply to each word. I set to line, same way text or full image. So whatever you want you can set over here. Now here's some option like wrap, duplicate. If you set it to mapping size, if you reduce the thing, now you see the thing is tiling, so that will you can change like here that black or duplicate. So right now wrap option is better, so I reset the thing, mapping aspect and all those stuff, maintain aspect, stretch to fit. So right now maintain aspect is always preferable. Now I set it to gradient and you can set the gradient on your text. So same way, if you change it to character to full text or line or word, so you can change from here. Mapping angle, now you see it's set to per word, so per text. So right now I set it to solid. Now and here some basic property like softness. If you want to apply some softness over here you can change. So right now I prefer like this. Now I select element number 2. So now each and every property, when I enable these things, each and every property it's belong to this outline, and you can see that appearance is on in this outline. So now you can change the border of your font, like I set it to black. Okay, even you can change some position or say size like this. Position, Okay, now even you can change the thickness. Now I go to third element, and that is your shadow. So I enable shadow, and you can see here you get some soft shadow. So definitely you can decrease the softness, you can change the position, you can increase the size, you can change the alpha and all those stuff. Okay, so now I talk about this sort element by priority. So here the element is based on priority. So for example, right now I am working on element number 3. And if you see over here in position, here one option is that priority. So higher number set front priority and lower number set back priority. So for example, right now my element 3 has priority 6, and my element 1, that is this text field, has priority to 8. So that's how this particular contain, say, in front of your composition and shadow back side of this particular content. So for example, I just go to element number 3, and if I increase the priority to 9, for example, now you can see my text or my shadow contain is over on this particular property because my priority is set to 9, that is more than that element number 1 priority. So again I am set to 6, and that's how you change the appearance of your element on your composition. So here one more option, that is Z depth. So with that, for example, right now with Z depth, shadow come over here like, so you have to change the offset Z like this. So now you see with this. So just benefit is that you can set a little scaling thing, or you can move your content in Z and you can set the priority. So right now I set it to priority, not on Z depth. Now I deactivate this thing, shadow, even I deactivate outline, and now I move on to 4 number blue border, and I activate this thing. So now you see this appearance, that border fill is appear. So right now is based on your character. So if I set it to word, if I extend horizontal, you see, even on vertical. So per word it create one background using this tool. If I set it to line, if I set it to word, if I set it to text, now increase the size. Okay, even you have some good option like roundness. Even you can add some softness over here. So there are so many options you can play with Text Plus tool. And these are very basic tab, that is your image size and all those stuff. So if I drag over here and I just deactivate auto resize resolution, and you can change the size of your text plus tool. Okay, now I move on to text, and if I right click over here, you can see here's you got so many modifier, and that we will cover in upcoming chapters. As I told you, at the end of the chapter I will show you some advanced control property in text plus tool. So right now I just click over here and I deactivate this thing. I select this, I go to advanced control, and here you see that some clearance, select manual or force monospace. So basically I just again go to here, reset the thing. So this monospace is basically a space that each and every character stored within that. So for example, if I set it to like this, now each and every text contain same size, same bounding area. So for example, L has some monospace, obviously minor, because L has very small, very less thickness. So I always prefer monospace to 0, so it has some space and it works like that. Now here you have some option, so I just right click over here, icon, large size, right click over here, button style, icon, and text label. So here the first option is typing. So now you can change your font content or text content within your viewport. Okay, I just deactivate the thing. Now kerning, allow manual kerning. So as you see here, each and every text has one little green dot, so you can select this, you can manually kerning the stuff. If you want to clear the thing, for example, I select this character and I just click over here, so this particular character reset and clear all, set like this. Now you can also animate those stuff. For example, I right click over here, animate, I just move over here, I change like this, and now you see. So I just right click over here, remove all text, kerning animation. Now here one more interesting tab spacing. So for that I write my name, that is Chetal A Kazdar. Okay, but instead of applying space, I apply tab. Like here, apply tab. Okay, and you can see here you get one line. So now I go to tab spacing, and here your first tab, and that is on first tab I have this word, that is A. So you can change the position of that particular word. Now I set it to 2, and you can change like this. Even the best thing is that you can change that particular stuff by using this green line, and even you can align those stuff by clicking over here, that is left alignment, right alignment, center alignment for each tab. Even you can change from here also. This is also somehow you can use. It's upon your requirement and all the stuff. So here I cover most of the basic property of text plus tool. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. See you soon with another tutorial.